welcome to Fucking Friday!
Well, this is a recap of episode 5. What do you think it was called, Sarah?
I think this episode was called The Search for Karma's Heart.
I think it was called Only 2 More Years Until Karma's Legal. Okay, first of all, if you are on your period or you're just an emotional wreck like I am and you haven't watched the episode yet, just don't watch it because there's going to be a lot of stuff in your eye and you probably will have to call in sick to work or you won't be able to go to school the next day. This one was a doozy.
So this episode is all about Karma's birthday. So Hottie Doucheface puts what looks like a birthday note in Karma's locker, but then Amy surprises her with a best friend birthday scavenger hunt. That's all their best moments.
Which she does, I guess, every single year. So Amy notices Karma and Hottie Doucheface giving sex eyes the entire time across the schoolyard. But when did Amy turn into a crazy, psycho, jealous girlfriend?
When she became a lesbian.
So they start the hunt, and the first place is Karma's bedroom, where Amy fills it with a whole bunch of those, like, playpen balls. I don't know what they're called.
Was it a metaphor? I don't really know.
For balls in her face.
Like, that's just like, she wants to be in the bedroom, but there's just too many balls, like, separating them.
Karma is not really into this scavenger hunt so much because all she wants to do is read the note or letter or whatever the fuck it is from Hottie Doucheface that she's hiding from Amy.
So because Hottie Doucheface is upset that he can't spend Karma's birthday with her, all of the guys are taking a super gay wrestling class together.
I mean, wrestling isn't even the only gay sport. Every sport pretty much is really gay. Yeah. Which is why us lesbians play them all.
So one of the clues leads to Karma's aunt, who's doing a psychic tea leaf reading.
So her prediction, or what the leaves read, is that there's something standing in the way between Karma and her love. I think we know who it is. It's obviously Amy.
Karma's awesome mom knows it's Amy.
So Amy pretty much steals Hottie Doucheface's note from Karma and hides it. Karma thinks it's lost, so then they start backtracking through all of the clues to try and find this god fucking note, and then Karma and Amy get into a huge fight. Pretty much over Amy's jealousy. Okay, MTV, what are you trying to do? This is a comedy show. This is a comedy. This isn't fucking Sophie's Choice, where Karma's gotta choose between both loves of her life, and then And then I cried, and then I was throwing up.
This episode should just be called Karma's Choice.
This should have been just called Karma's Choice, because she had to make the worst choice ever. The worst choice, but kind of the easiest choice, because you should just pick Amy. Always.
So then to prove that Karma has chosen Amy over Hottie Doucheface, she rips up the birthday note that she hasn't read yet. And then Amy goes home and has this really heartfelt conversation for the first time with her mom.
Well, I mean, sometimes she has these heartfelt conversations, and then sometimes her mom's, like, really homophobic.
That's what Amy has to deal with all the straight women in her life. Just not knowing
so much
what they feel about
drama.
Things.
But basically, her mom says, hey, guess what? Karma ain't gonna love you, let her go. Maybe hook up with a nice Janice Ian lady.
So at their final stop on their birthday scavenger hunt, Amy gives Karma Hottie Doucheface's note that she's taped back together.
Did you see Karma's fingernails? Let's just say she's not going to be gay anytime soon.
So then Amy's there with Karma, and who shows up but Hottie Doucheface? And surprise, her final gift to Karma
is Hottie Doucheface.
Hey, remind me never to invite Amy to my birthday because she does not give good gifts.
So then, there's a really disgusting scene between Karma and Hottie Doucheface that I'm surprised they could even show on television. Children are watching MTV.
You bleep out swear words, but you show that filth?
So I know we've just been talking about Karma and Amy, but also in this episode, Evil Stepsister and Theo get a little closer until Theo just kind of freaks out and just runs away, which, I mean...
We don't know why yet.
I think I might know why, but I'm not going to say anything.
And then Shane correctly guesses that their super straight wrestling instructor is
actually gay.
Okay.
Super gay.
And then after the class, they're in a parking lot, and he tells Shane that he's not out yet, and he needs to be discreet about it.
So then he decides to fix Shane's shoelaces. Discreet. You're in the middle of a fucking parking lot. Or when I was in the closet and trying to be discreet, and I would have, my girlfriend, I would drive into the middle of a fucking forest where horror movies happen with a car that I stole, so it's not even traceable, with my windows completely boarded up. That is being discreet. Yeah. Not in the middle of a fucking parking lot.
No.
And then the last scene, the biggest scene, I guess, is that now we know where those friendship necklaces come from, because that is actually Amy's final gift, which is
best friend
necklaces. So cute, which Katie and Rita wear all the time, because I'm gonna say they're probably dating.
The next best thing to best friend necklaces is a Whoa and I Know shirt.
Oh, that's true.
We just gotta plug it every once in a while, you guys. And if you haven't checked out our store, we have added a new shirt.
You guys wanted it, so we're giving it to you. There are no boyfriends around me right now.
You could just pretty much fill your wardrobe with just like Carmi faking it shirts, and your parents will be like, what do these mean?
But they'll never know.
No.
They'll never know how secretly gay you are.
Yeah. It's
so
called
secret.
being discreet.
So, Sarah, what was your rating for this episode?
I'm rating this episode H for heterosexual, because some scenes were not suitable for lesbian audiences.
My rating for this episode is a heartbroken baby dyke, because that's exactly what Amy and I think everyone right now is. Okay, so also what we want to talk about is, because I'm not sure if you've seen the mid-season trailer yet, which was fucking crazy.
It was crazy.
That's the only way you can describe it.
We're not going to recap it, because you can
just watch it.
on YouTube.
It's just only a minute long.
Yeah. But, what was that ending? That's really all
we want to talk about is the
right
ending,
now, right?
Where Amy says, whoa, and then who pops up from underneath? But Karma saying, I know. So we have our predictions, and we're going to give our predictions of what we think is actually happening.
So I think the whoa and the I know are probably from two different scenes. Like Janice Ian goes down on Amy, and then Amy says whoa, but maybe she's imagining Karma because she just can't get over her, but it's actually Janice Ian.
I think that it's actually Karma's fantasy.
Back that up, flip it, and reverse it.
So kind of like what happened in season 1, where Amy had a dream about her and Karma making out, and that's when she realized she was gay. This is when Karma's gonna realize that maybe she has feelings for Amy.
That's trippy. Well, leave your predictions in the comments for what you think the last bit of the trailer.
And we're also very excited to see our little baby dyke Amy getting a little action with Janice Ian, which is, that will be good for now until we get to, Carmi later on.
Yeah, we'll get there, you guys. We're gonna get there. We keep getting farther away, but it's just like traveling around the world. You just keep getting farther, and you're eventually gonna come.
Karma's gonna get jealous. It looks like Karma's gonna get jealous.
Yeah.
And what happens when girls get jealous? That's when they realize that they want stuff.
Like this video if you're excited for the next half of the season.
Leave a comment with what you think your predictions are of that very last scene.
And tune in next Friday where we recap episode 6.